two code talkers were actually called the Navajo code talkers, and they used their native language between different groups of Marines and Navy men and Army men to talk in code between each other and communicate through telephone and radio. The Japanese is who we fought in World War II, and the Japanese were never ever able to break the Navajo code talkers' codes. This required very much intelligence and bravery from the Navajo code talkers. The Navajo code talkers actually come from at least 16 different tribes. Some were even as young as 15 years old. They all served in the United States Army, Marines, and Navy. Some of them were drafted, some of them volunteered. A lot of them felt like they were forced, because there are still some living, they felt like they were forced to join because of their cultural backgrounds, their native language, because the Japanese just couldn't figure out their codes. And so the Army and the Navy and the Marines thought, well, you know, we need these people because we need them to help us decipher between each other when we're in different areas fighting the Japanese. The code talkers were intelligent in ways that they memorized and they carried out two different kinds of codes. The first code was called Type 1 code. And it was where there were special native words that was used to code English, like they used a special short word used for like the letter C, and a special short word for the letter A, and a special short word for T, which would have in turn translated out to cat. The second type was Type 2 code, which was strictly just using the native language and having other code talkers translate that in English, like they would just use their native language word that would have been an English word also, and it just translated that regularly. The Navajo code talkers were known to had to know exactly how to use both wire telephone and wire radios, and they also had to carry that equipment on their back around during battle all the time. It was their responsibility to do this. Because of all the hard work of the Navajo code talkers, the Marine Corps actually developed a code talking school for other Marines to benefit from using code in war. The Navajo code talkers also developed their own code dictionary, which was kept completely secret from the public until around 1968. They wouldn't release anything to anybody during all the World War II stuff and after that, just strictly for the fact that they were worried that they were still going to need to use the code continuously through different types of war. So because of the fierce and the heroic and the very, very super intelligent Navajo code talkers, they always stayed calm under pressure. They were able to save thousands of American and Allies' lives. And we may not use code very much in our lives anymore, but the Navajo code talkers will always be remembered for being very brave and very heroic and very strong to their own culture, knowing that they helped out all of these Americans during this war and saved so many people simply because of their native language and their culture. So it's very interesting and very brave of them, I think.